everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today the recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you is easy bread pudding. The ingredients are just few, and it may be something that you may already have just in your pantry. And the ingredients that we're going to need is 4 cups of milk, 4 eggs, a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of raisins, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And the bread, I just had a loaf that was actually stale, and that's the best bread that you can use because it really absorbs the custard. So it's just 1 loaf of bread, and I diced it into 1-inch cubes, and I toasted it in the oven at a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. And then I just stirred them around a little bit to make sure they were all toasted. And what we're going to need is a large bowl and a 9x13 baking dish of your choice. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the 4 eggs along with the sugar, the cinnamon, the salt, the vanilla, and the syrup. Get all that syrup out of there. And I used maple syrup. You can use whatever. If you like other flavored syrup, you can use that. Okay, we're going to whisk everything together. Make sure that the egg yolks and everything before we add the milk. It's just easier to do it this way. And this is quite easy, and as you're going to see, it's pretty quick to get into the oven. See how we're just beating this? I just want to make sure that everything is incorporated, that the eggs are mixed in well. Okay, and then we're going to add our milk. I used whole milk. You can use half whole milk and half and half. It's up to you. I just think, to me, the whole milk, it's not as rich or heavy. So that's all you do is just incorporate everything in the bowl. And then I take my bread and slowly drop it in because you want the milk to absorb. And we're going to let this sit covered up in the refrigerator for an hour. Okay, get all those crumbs in there because that makes for good bread pudding. Okay guys, and then you just press it down. Everything gets absorbed. Okay, so it should look like that. Okay, now we're going to take our baking dish, and the baking dish, we are going to butter this, okay? You're going to butter it real well because you don't want it to stick, and if you don't put a lot of butter, it will tend to stick. So let me start to butter this. Okay, and I also had a stick of butter that I forgot to mention, and I cut it up in real small cubes. I buttered the pan really well. And now we're going to pour our bread and custard in there. Okay, get everything in there. Spread it out. Make sure it's evenly distributed in the pan. Okay, and I save the raisins for last because if you put them in with the custard, they're just going to float to the bottom. So I just wait till the end and then I distribute them with my hand. Just like that. And if you don't like raisins, you know, you can change up the dried fruit. You can use dried blueberries or cranberries for this. You know, it's up to you. You do what you like or what your family likes. if you don't want to put as many raisins, don't put as many. You can even add some nuts to this if you like. Just press it down a little bit so even the raisins get incorporated. There you go. See, now some of them are sitting on top of the bread so they won't just fall to the bottom. Okay, now you have the butter that I've cut up, the stick of butter, and we're just going to dot everything on top. And we're going to wrap this up, put it in the refrigerator for 45 minutes. And then we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And I'll be back when we get to that point. Okay, everybody, just took it out of the oven. And this is what it looks like. That looked delicious. It was in the oven. I actually took it out at 30 minutes because it was getting a little bit too, I didn't want it to get too dry. And now we can just dust it with some powdered sugar or sprinkle some warm syrup on it, or just like that. So let's give it a taste. I let this cool for about 40 minutes before I cut into it. And look at that texture. It's moist. Look at that. You can put some whipped cream on here, some warm milk. Let's give it a taste, guys. Very, very good. Perfect for a day like today. Cold, wet. Eat some comfort food. Okay, guys, that concludes the video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. See y'all later, guys. Bye.